Okay, Vince, I'm going to start this video using vertical, and I'm going to describe some of the run plays for you, something that you can have for a reference. It is going to be much more viable than using West Coast runs, okay? So I'm just going to take this kickoff and start at around the 10 or so and give myself some space and hope to see what I can do with some running plays. I'll start by running it to the right. I'm just going to take this out of bounds or get tackled, okay? The quick summary and breakdown is going to be as follows. Unlike West Coast, we only have a couple of viable runs. You've got like 4 main ones here. First row, all viable. 0-1 trap, halfback plunge, halfback base. On the very bottom, you have halfback sweep. Those are your 4 main runs. You also see that I've got my 2 patent plays in halfback counter and fullback blast, which we can flip for the halfback or keep same the straight way for fullback, okay? We have the inside runs. Halfback sting flipped, your preferred option. Save that for when you really need it. Halfback dive, and of course, fullback dive is kind of your third option. Maybe your second and short, or if you have like second and 5, sometimes you can sneak that in just to try to gain some yards, okay? So you've got your 4 main runs, you've got your 3 short runs, you've got the 2 patent runs. Strong toss against, if you have a defense where you are decimating with power, of course, very viable against lower power defenses. Even power O, you can sneak in on first downs every once in a while. Long drives where you're worried about running out of runs. You can pick up something with it. It's just not as consistent, as reliable as the others, but still can do something. Ignore halfback draw. Ignore quarterback draw. Okay, those are just not consistent. I don't use strong toss against power defenses, same as mine or higher. And power O, I'm a little more limited with, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We are going to start with halfback base because I want to run this to the open side of the field to the right. What you're going to see here on the play video. Shotgun, number 1. Number 2, you got a pulling guard right here. Okay, you can see it on the video. And in my case, it's Larry Allen. You see the white line there. He's going to pull. What I'm trying to do with my running back is follow that pulling guard. Sometimes I'm going to go right into the hole that he takes it to. Okay, and then I'm going to try to bust through the line, and against, some defenses, weaker defenses, I can then try to maneuver. Once I get through the line, I try to maneuver into space. I like try to bust it outside to the right, see if I can get big yards out of it. If not, I'm just going to plow ahead, get myself 3, 4, 5 yards. Consistent yards. It's consistent yards. You can go one hole beyond, okay, where the guard goes. Sometimes you're looking at the hole the guard takes you into, and you're looking to your right, and you see some more open space. You can do that. Pop it, okay? Pop it where you see the opening. Safe, if you want to be real safe, you can get behind that guard, okay? Sometimes you can pop it all the way outside, but you got to make sure you got a clear path there. That can be a home run type play, especially against weaker defenses. But against good defenses, you're going to get tracked down on the edge, lose 2, 3 yards sometimes. So it's kind of a hit or miss home run when you pop it all the way outside just to pop it outside. To me, you pop it outside when it's there, when there's no one out there, when you know the hole's out there, when you can get out there, when you can turn the corner, you're half back and you look, okay? Yours is a good defense. So I'm not just suspecting I'm going to get to the outside edges, no problem. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just taking the yards that they give. So here's the snap. There's my guard. He takes the guy, and your guy just shoves him backward. That is nothing I can really do about that, okay? That's good defense. But we'll try it again. You'll see it. The play's viable. It's really good. It's really solid, okay? Now we're getting into 2nd and 12. I gave you 2 plays. I gave you 0-1 trap. I gave you halfback plunge. These are the 2 plays. They kind of run like zone blocking, which means you're kind of waiting for a hole to open up. Okay, you're not trying to just take the ball, jam it up the middle like halfback dive or fullback dive and just plow ahead and try to pick up a few yards, get lucky, pick up a hole, and get more. This is kind of like a split-second patient thing. You kind of try to wait for the hole to open, pick the hole, and get through it. You can get a lot of yards, a lot of chunk of yards with it, or you can just pick up steady, consistent yards. I personally prefer running 0-1 trap flipped. A lot of people don't. It's just my habit, okay? My hope is that this guard, again, that's Allen, will block someone toward the inside or towards the outside, and that a hole opens up right in there, like a zone blocking hole, okay? So I'm going to snap. There's a hole there. See how he kind of kicked. Now, your defense is making this really hard and challenging for me. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You just got me on a 3rd and 10 here. Makes it real difficult and real challenging. I'll keep this on the ground, and I'll just go halfback counter. And you can pop halfback counter outside. And here we are. I got 8. Now, 4th and 2, I'm not particularly going to love trying to run 4th and 2 against you. So I'm going to just for the purposes of keeping this video going, I'm going to take PA spot, get my 2 yards, Okay, I'm going to run it out of bounds. Okay, so I've used 2 really good plays. Your defense is giving me good results, so we're going to keep at it. All right, I like halfback sweep flipped because, again, I got a lefty quarterback, so I like keeping things on the right hash mark. Again, this is a play you can run either way. This is also from the shotgun. This tackle is going to block that defensive end. A lot of times the defensive end will make it a couple of yards downfield, and then the block will hit. So I'm usually going to run between this guard, okay, and the tackle. The hole will open up there, okay, and then from there I kind of cut inside and then weave my way, again, maybe cut it back outside. Occasionally that tackle will just stuff the DN right at the line, and you can just go outside. You're going to read that. For me, 8 out of 10 times, that DN makes a little progress downfield, so you kind of cut it between the guard and the tackle, okay, and then work from there. So here's a snap, and you can see where the hole opens up between the guard and the tackle. Sometimes you can pop that out. Sometimes you just take it straight ahead like that, and you got 8, okay? 2nd and 2, this is where I'm not wasting one of my good and short runs, perfect for fullback dive. Okay, see if I can't pick up a yard or 2. I do, got a nice opening, got myself a first down, okay? Here we are now. I'm on the left hash. There's a lot of possible things we can do. I haven't shown you halfback plunge yet. Usually I'll wait for second, so I'm going to save that, okay? I'm going to save that for a second. I'm going to run these plays, even if I run them more than twice. This is the purpose of the video. I'm going to run base again, okay? I'm going to wait for this pulling guard. Let's see what he does this time, okay? I'm going to take the snap. He blocks that guy, and just he's tying my, whoever that line, that defensive player is, he's tying me up pretty good. Okay, I'll run that again, but he's tying me up pretty good. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take plunge this time on 2nd and 8. Again, a little bit of a zone blocking. It's not power blocking where my guy's going to kill people downfield, but I can already see I've got a hole potentially between where your defensive tackles are bunched up in the defensive end. So if I get a decent block like right around here, I should be able to get decent yards out of this. So I'm going to snap, wait for that block. You got a pretty good block shed, but you can see, nice, up the middle, got myself 9 or 10 yards. Okay, good gains. Good solid run there. I'll take a halfback counter. I will flip it. Again, you're pretty familiar. Nice horse tackle, horse collar tackle there. Puts me in a 2nd and 13, which is challenging. I'm going to take base on 2nd down. I'm going to run this thing and see if I can't get that lead guard to do something against your defense. And he does. You see outside, he pops at, and you can see that time, nice yards, okay? Now I'll follow him into that first hole if I need to. I didn't need to that time. 3rd and inches. I've used a fullback dive. I could have used fullback dive again here, but here's your halfback dive. Follow my fullback, and I've got some yards. Here's halfback sweep without, going to the normal side without flipping it. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to see where this tackle takes me. Is my D end going to come a little bit downfield, or is he going to just hold him up right at the line? Generally speaking, I'll probably cut somewhere between, this guard and the tackle. Take the snap. There's the hole. Now, weave my way. Now, again, if I only get 3 or 4 against a defense like yours at 5,000 power, I'll take it. Okay, I will just take it. I'm working my way steadily downfield. 2nd down and long. Here I am again, trap or plunge. I'm going plunge. Now, your defensive tackles aren't bunched up here, so I'm hoping, my guard will open up something. Take a split second, see if I can find the hole. Not a ton of a hole. Kind of got stuck there. All right, and actually it must be reset because I'm getting the daily New Year's kind of plug there. So 3rd and 6. This is where I'd probably use a PA spot, but for the purposes of this video, again, let's see if I can't pop in a run here. I'll try fullback blast here, okay? And I'm going to get, tucked on this one because your defensive line just shifted. I'm not sure why the defensive line keeps shifted on this alignment a lot, probably because it's a slip back. But, you're just going to try to jam this run up between the guard and tackle. The shifting line made that almost impossible. I'll take my PA spot to keep the drive alive. Okay, that would have been the 2nd time I used it anyway. And let's go back to, you've seen trap, you've seen plunge, you've seen sweep, you've seen base. Base is, a money play, so I'm just going to go back to it. Okay, your defense is just really good. There's not much I can do about that, so let's see if I can't find this pulling guard. Found it. See that opening with the pulling guard? 8, 9 yards. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting alerts from the national government, but that's okay, the federal government. 2nd and 2, halfback, fullback dive I can waste on a 2nd and short. There's the defensive line shifting again, so they're going to make this really hard. still only need one. Go to my favorite short play, halfback sting and flip it. Nice, easy opening right behind the fullback. You just trail that fullback. And here it is again. I'm going to go halfback sting at like the half-inch line. I'm going to just trail right behind my fullback. Easy touchdown, okay? To run 2-pointers, invert. The easiest way to do it. Take trap and flip it. Make sure it is flipped, okay? And then you just kind of want to wait for that hole to the left side of your center and try to find it. Your guy shut it down pretty good, but that's typically what you want to do is you get a hole to the left side of the center, okay? That's it. I will run some more later. We'll